day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Today is Wednesday, March 17th, 2021. We are just a couple of short weeks away from celebrating Easter. But prior to that, we continue to journey through the season of Lent. The season of Lent is a time of spiritual preparation for us to celebrate Easter in a way that brings us life, goodness, joy, and great faith. Today, as has been our tradition throughout this season of Lent, we focus on one of the passages from our readings in Psalms. Today's readings are Psalm 93, 94, and 95. If you're not there, I encourage you to continue your journey through this wonderful book as we sing songs from heaven for the stuff of earth. Today I want to focus on the last reading for today, Psalm 95. Psalm 95 begins this way. Come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout aloud to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before him with thanksgiving and extol him with music and song. I'm recording this devotion in the foyer to our sanctuary. I thought about this space because in this psalm we are invited to come and worship God, to sing songs and to praise him with our life. Much of our life of worship is focused around spaces like this, where we enter into a holy place, a holy moment. Now, this is not the only place we can extol and worship God, but it is a special place, giving rise to our own love and hope. So sitting and standing in this space, thinking about the songs we will sing and the love that God has. I've actually attempted to record this a couple of times already today because I started actually outside as the iconic red doors of our sanctuary beckon us into his love and grace. But I also wanted to be outside because of the next section in Psalm 95. It says, "For the Lord is the great God, the great King above all gods. In his hand are depths of the earth, and the mountain peaks belong to him. The sea is his, for he made it, and his hands formed the dry land." This, of course, expounds upon the creative nature of God, that God made everything that is around us, and we find great ways to worship and celebrate God in the outdoors. The reason I didn't stay outside is for two reasons. One, there were lots of car traffic going by our church, which is interesting to see and something that I want to welcome those folks who come by our church. But also, it was really cold this morning, so I couldn't keep the camera still trying to hold it today. But coming back inside and thinking about this next section of what is outside, that God has the whole world in his hands. You know the song from Sunday school. He's got you and me, brother. He's got you and me, sister. He's got the little bitty babies. He's got the whole world in his hands. He formed it. He made it. And he wants us to enjoy this wonderful creation. Moving down and skipping a section in this psalm, moving to the end of verse 7. It says, "Today, if only you would hear his voice." The psalmist is asking us, begging us to listen for God. I believe that God speaks to us every day if we have opportunity to listen and to open our eyes and our ears and our senses to what he wants to share with us. Through devotions like these and other methods, God shows up and communicates his love and his grace to us. The psalmist is asking us to listen. Verse 8, "Do not harden your hearts," God says, "as you did in the day of Meribah, as you did on the day of Massah in the wilderness." The word Meribah means quarreling, in the day of quarreling. Massah, M-A-S-S-A-H, means testament or testing. In the day of quarreling and testing, we hardened our hearts, the psalmist says. Of course, the psalmist is thinking about events from Israel's history, but we can also think of our own personal history. moments when we've quarreled with God or quarreled with each other. We've not been a people at peace, but we've quarreled and we've shut off our hearts, our ears to God. But in worship and in praise, inviting us to come to sing his greatness, we find strength, we find hope, we find a way to pass those tests, but also to end the quarreling that's within and without. Verse 9, where your ancestors tested me, says God, they tried me. Though they had seen what I did. For 40 years I was angry with the generation. I said, they are the people whose hearts are astray, and they have not known my ways. My friends, I hope that this is not said of us. I hope that we are ones whose hearts can be pure and true to God, and how that we can flourish through worship and through song, through coming to God with gladness in our hearts, to worship him in spirit and in truth. I hope this helps you today, and I hope you continue to read through the book of Psalms as we hear songs from heaven for the stuff of earth, and continue to reflect on these throughout the season of Lent in preparation for the celebration of Easter. God bless you. Have a great day.